Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints did in fact add a free agent on Monday. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, among others, reporting that James Washington signing a one-year deal with the Saints, noting he's a former second-round pick of the Steelers, now a new target for Derek Carr. This came down shortly before 2 o'clock Central Time on Monday, and one that makes a lot of sense. So, just a little bit of backstory here. So, James Washington was a second-round pick out of Oklahoma State. If you remember, was a really good receiver at Oklahoma State. Second-round pick of Pittsburgh, and was really productive during his years in Pittsburgh. 4 seasons with the Steelers, and in his first year, had 16 catches for 217. Then the next 3 years, he became a very viable number 2 or 3. 44 for 735, 30 for 392, 24 for 285. And he was reliable. Played in 14 games as a rookie, 15, 16, then 15. So he was reliable during his time in Pittsburgh as well. And again, was a very viable receiving option. Not the guy that was going to be your number 1, but a guy that was going to think what the Saints were hoping for a year ago with Jarvis Landry. You draft Chris Olave. You got Michael Thomas coming back off of injury. You're looking at Jarvis going, okay, big body dude in the slot. Let me see that guy go over the middle, make some tough catches, give me some depth, some experienced veteran depth at that spot. So the Saints go and add James Washington, and you're talking about a guy now joining a receiving room that has a lot of bodies, but has a lot of questions. What does Chris Olave do for an encore? Is there a sophomore slump? Probably the least of the questions. Michael Thomas, is he actually healthy? We saw Michael Thomas healthy to start the season. Can he stay healthy? Don't know. Is Rashid Shaheed actually ready to be a 17-game, every-down contributor? They signed Bryan Edwards this offseason, but if you look at Bryan Edwards' 3 years, he really only had one productive season. It was in 2021. He had 34 catches for 571 yards. So can he replicate that? Don't know. And then you got a whole bunch of rookies. I like A.T. Perry, but he's a rookie. Tre'Quan Davis, Cy Barnett, Malik Flowers. Then you got the usual cast of characters that have been hanging around. Keith Kirkwood, Kirk Merritt, Quan Baker. Like guys that have never been consistent contributors at an every down NFL level. So I like going to get a proven veteran. James Washington has more consistent skins on the wall in his years in Pittsburgh than any of the guys I just mentioned. Now, the question for James Washington is he healthy? So last year, Washington obviously signed with Dallas, and he played in just 2 games, and then had a season-ending injury, and it cost him his season-ending foot injury, which limited him to just 2 games, and he did not have a catch. So how healthy is James Washington? That is a big question. But 4 solid years in Pittsburgh, missed last year due to injury, and he's affordable. I mean, Jarvis Landry signed a 1-year deal a year ago at $3 million. James Washington's deal is, his deal last year with the Cowboys was $1.035 million. So you're talking about a deal in those terms. I'm waiting on the exact numbers, but you're looking at something that's going to be in the neighborhood of $1 million. So something that is a third the price of what you paid for Jarvis last year, again, who was injured. Similar body style, 27 years old, so younger, coming off of injury, yes, but has been productive in his young NFL career. And when you look at the other free agent options, if you actually run through and look at available free agent wide receivers in the NFL right now, you're looking at guys like Kenny Golladay, 29 years old, Julio Jones at 34, Byron Pringle at 29, Jarvis Landry's 30, N'Keal Harry's young, he's 25 years old, but has never really produced after being a former first-round pick, Sammy Watkins at 29, names you know, but guys that are older and going to be more expensive. So here you get a guy that's younger, who has been productive and is affordable, gives you another option to come into camp. So James Washington, after taking a free agent visit to New Orleans, has signed with the Saints, joining a crowded receiver room, but adds some proven veteran depth to that receiver room. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.